guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Favor. I know I look scared right now because I've got makeup on, but it's not blended, it's not finished. Don't worry about it. I just finished filming another video and I figured because I didn't want to keep talking when I had nothing else to say about that topic. So I was like, let's just end it. Let's start a new video and let's continue my makeup. Let's finish it up. So that means I'll have to post that one first, which is okay. That's all right. I'll just have to do it that way. So this video is actually going to be just a quick kind of update, because that one was an update, but this is also an update as to why I haven't been active on YouTube. And I think I've done multiple videos about, oh, I'm back, I'm coming back, guys, I'm back on YouTube, Look, I've said this in the past and I'll say it again. The Lord is still working on me. YouTube has been one of those things where and I said this in my previous video, if you would have watched it, I've just come to the realization that I have to do better. There's no excuse anymore for why. Of course I can say that if I'm gonna be honest, editing is not a joke. I really struggled with editing, and it was something that I know first of all, apologize for saying in everything. I don't know what's going on with my mind. I've just been saying like a lot, so please forgive me. I'm really not that person. I know how to talk without saying every single damn time, but if I do in this video, I apologize. The thing is this, when it came to making YouTube, the main reason why I even started making YouTube videos was because it was right after high school, and a lot of my friends would actually tell me oh my god, you should go to YouTube, you're funny, we want to see your videos on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, yeah, I like to talk. Anybody knows me, if I can talk, or I can talk. So I really enjoyed talking, and I think I used to always spend a lot of my time giving advice to my friends in high school, just giving life advice, even though I hadn't even experienced life to its fullest yet. But there's always that one in the group of friends that somebody's always giving people advice and stuff like that, while we're also still going through life and kind of learning for ourselves what we want and what we don't. But I know for me, that was kind of the motivator as well. And I'm so blessed, and I said this on my podcast. For those that don't know, I've got a podcast, which I also need to post on, but we thank the Lord. What is that? Yeah, for those that don't know, so I've got a podcast, and on the podcast, I've done an episode with my mom where I've talked about just her raising me in New Zealand and giving her flowers. Because one thing is, I'll tell you this, my mom has always been very supportive of my creative ventures. When I said I wanted to do YouTube, she was all for it. And I remember my mom actually helped me get a camera, because at the time I had an Android. So my mom actually invested money and got me a camera for me to be be filming. And I don't know if my mom bought me a camera straight away, or was I borrowing somebody's camera? I can't remember, but it was one of those things. So my mom's always been very supportive, and she'll really put her money in it and really support me, because she wants me to she's like, you know what, this is a good thing, it's not a bad thing. Of course I'm gonna support you. And she was always like that in school as well. My mom never limited me or made me do things that I never wanted to do. She was in full support of most creative ventures that I wanted to embark on. So I'm really thankful for that. And when I started, I was having so much fun, and I was actually posting a lot. My editing was not the best, and I was posting, and I wasn't really paying attention too much on whether or not I'll be getting views, because at that point, I had just started. So I knew that I wasn't going to be an overnight sensation. I was like, cool, it doesn't really matter. So I was posting actually quite consistently. I was posting, laughing, and I'm going to be one of the guys, I had no shame. I was posting myself looking like a hot mess. I didn't care. I did not care what people thought about me. And you know what's crazy? No one ever said anything to my face, or made any comments, or was oh, Favor, your YouTube is whack. No, most of the time that I would meet people, they would be oh my god, I love watching your YouTube videos, keep it up. And that's not to say that there aren't people out there who don't like my YouTube videos. That's absolutely fine. I don't make YouTube, people watch what they want to watch. So some people might not like my videos, and that's absolutely fine. But I think for me, I just wonder what happened? What switched in me that all of a sudden I went from not caring what people thought in a positive manner, you know what I mean? I just didn't necessarily care much about how people felt about my YouTube stuff. And then from there, then going to like, hold on. Going from there and then going to being somebody who can barely post. Like constantly thinking that my content, I was like, nah, it's boring. I don't like it. Nah, it's boring. And crazy enough, no one ever came up to me and said, your content is boring. And the ones that I would post that I felt like didn't do well or that I didn't like are the ones that people like the most. I don't understand what that is. I don't know what demonic spirit that was that came and really just, because it ruined it for me. Like it ruined a lot of things. Like I think I definitely took a huge step back. Like I stopped doing what I feel like Favor would have wanted to do. Like I stopped just doing those things. I stopped being consistent. I stopped vlogging. Like I used to vlog. Like I would just take my camera and just vlog. My days would be boring, but I would just vlog. And I kind of want to go back to that stage of me. Like that girl who just would just post. Like when she felt like God put something on her heart, I would just post. And it's not saying like I post like a lot of rubbish and like, yes, I did like Q&As and there's some things that I won't go back to. Like there's like, you know, Favor. Sorry. Ow. But some things that I definitely won't be going back to is like just, and I don't know if I did it too, I don't know if I did too much of it, but like gossip and all of that kind of stuff, because you know I was still young, still trying to figure out like my sound and like who I was and stuff like that. But I just want to not just talk, but like continue to do what I do in my daily life. Like in my daily life, I'm constantly either giving people advice, listening to people, offering perspectives, because I believe that like perspective is really important. Like offering different perspective and understanding like how different people think and stuff is like a great way to like just like do life. And I want to bring that sense of offering perspectives back online. And it's not just perspective for the sake of just speaking, but I know this is something that God like has like also wants me to do. And the reason why I say that is because most of the time, especially when I post content that's uplifting, that's encouraging, that's edifying, the fruits always show up. Like God will literally send somebody, like a random person that I don't even know will literally send me a message and they will be like, hey, you don't know me, but I saw your YouTube video and I just wanted to say that that really encouraged me. Like those are the kind of feedback I would be getting. So I'm just trying to wonder, like God would always be using people that had no business like messaging me because they're not my friends or anything like that, but they would message me and really like tell me like, hey, keep it up. Thank you for that video. Like I stumbled upon it and I'm so encouraged. I'm gonna try this new thing. I'm gonna do this new thing. So I'm like, what devil has made me shut up? What devil has really made me cover my mouth? Like in real life, I offer perspectives. In real life, I'm not quiet. So I'm like, what's going on? It's like every time it comes to like doing things online, it's like all of a sudden I can't do it. And you know, it can be said that maybe it's anxiety, maybe it's like, you know, a fear of like people's opinions, but like I don't think it's that too much. And also there is another thing that I will say that I remember like being a huge struggle for me in the past, is that I used to also focus on numbers. So I'll be too busy looking at like the numbers and being like, oh, this video didn't get enough views. And then that would be like a discouragement. And all of a sudden I'm not consistent anymore. But it's like, girl, the videos aren't just gonna get views like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like just continue to press in, continue to be consistent. And I'm saying this because I'm thinking out loud. I'm speaking to myself, but I'm also encouraging anybody else out there, because I know that I've done videos about this multiple times. I've spoken about doing it again, trying again, even when you fail, do it again. And that's why I'm back. I'm back because I want to do it again. I'm back because I want to try again. I'm back because I want to be more obedient to God. I want to just do it. Because I know that the content that I'm going to be putting out is not going to be nonsense. Like I'm not here to just waste your time. Time is precious, you know? Jesus is coming soon. So this is not about me just coming on here just for the sake of just chatting, just to waste time. No, because I'm also working. There's things going on in my life, but it's also understanding that like, if God can use this as ministry and use this to bless somebody, why am I silent? Like my mom has been telling me like, God reveals things to you, Favor, but it's like you sit on it. And I remember years ago, like before I started this thing called soul surgery, which I'll probably do a separate video on, because I think a lot of people wonder like, what is soul surgery? What is this thing she's always talking about? But when I started soul surgery, it came off this idea, like I had an interaction with somebody on the train that I always reiterate, but I won't share that because that's going to be for the actual video. But like, I remember the Lord really reminding me that like people are dying, like people want honest conversations, like people want to hear the truth, and that like my children are perishing. And especially like at that time, I was like, damn, my generation is living a facade life and nobody's willing to come online and be honest about what they're going through. And I remember like I started to transition and bring that into I brought that into like soul surgery, and then brought it into YouTube, like just trying to be honest and have honest conversations about my faith and my walk and all those different things. And that's really what my channel is supposed to be like as well, and just bringing light and sharing those things. And obviously like I'll learn how to be able to put this onto TikTok and other mediums as well, but this is for me to keep myself accountable, but also like for y'all, for anybody out there who knows what they need to do and hasn't been doing it, don't like, let's just do it. Let's stop being disobedient and let's just do it. Let's just get it done, because it needs to get done one way or the other. God has a plan, and if you know that, cannot talk and breathe at the same time. Hold on, y'all. Like, God has given me a mouth, and he's given me a mind, and he's given me discernment, and he's given me so many things, and it's like I'm holding it back and keeping it for myself. And I know that I know it's not fair. I know it's very wrong, and I'm gonna try again. I'm here to try again, and I hope that you guys can support me on my trying again journey. Even with that said, whether you watch or not, it's between you and your father. God will bring the right people that need to hear what I need to say, because if God has put something on my mouth, he knows the people that need to hear what I have to say. So at the end of the day, I need to stop internalizing it and stop making it personal. Because another thing that I had to learn as well is that like some people that claim to be your friends and stuff, I used to always rely on my friends to be my biggest fans. And sometimes I'm like, obviously now those that I actually really like keep close to me are very supportive of everything I do, and they actually push me. But also, I'm not here to rely on them too. I need to internalize that and stop trying to rely on them to be the only thing. Oh, if they don't support me, I don't want to do any no. No, it's not like that. Just continue. Just do one. Sorry guys, hold on. You're probably wondering what I'm doing. I'm using eyeshadow as a lip liner, and then I put my actual lip liner on top of it as well. So that's something that I do. I just started doing it because I feel like it makes, I don't know, I feel like it lasts longer that way. But yeah, so that's kind of my tangent and my little thing, my little, not a rant, but my conversation with y'all. It's just the fact that like, I want to do things differently this time. And I really want to try, like I really want to try again. And it's crazy because I just felt this boost. Like one day I was like in my bed, like just trying to be depressed, even though God has already pulled me out of that and called me. He's called me sane. Is this sane-minded? My mind is clear in Jesus' name. I'm not depressed. But when I was sitting and idle, not doing anything, I genuinely felt the Lord even just push and be like, you need to get yourself back on YouTube. I felt this like push, like a really big push. And sometimes that like, I know that when I'm getting like a certain amount of push for something, I know that God's trying to actually communicate something to me. That's how I know I'm like, yeah, he's trying to tell me something. And I'm either being disobedient and not listening, and that's why I'm feeling like very heavy, and I feel like things aren't working, because God's like, I'm not going to let this thing to work, but I want you to put your focus back on that thing that I told you to go and do. So yeah, that's why I'm back. That's my quick little thing. Like I said, these have been so free formed, and I've just been going on a tangent. I feel like I'm most likely to go on a tangent when I'm trying to do my makeups. And I said makeups. Yeah, I did. Fight me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. And the makeup is not even done. But that's none of your business. Okay. So yeah, we thank God. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope that you do subscribe. Comment down below and let me know how you liked the video. Let me know if you like the format, just me being real, me being honest. And yeah, let's just pray for consistency. I pray that the Lord really helps me in the season, and I pray that God helps you too. I pray that the Lord will really give you the doing grace. That's something I really learned from Apostle Joshua Selman when I was in Nigeria at the Wolfbeck conference. He talked about the doing grace. He talked about sometimes God puts things on your heart and you might start something, but you don't finish it. So I pray that God gives us the doing grace, the grace to finish well, not just to start amazing, but to finish well, and the grace to keep running, to stay consistent, to keep praying, to push, pray until something happens, to keep being consistent, keep showing up, keep loving, keep serving, keep being kind. But that's my encouragement to you, and that's things that I'm going to internalize for myself. But yeah, thank you for joining me on this journey, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!